the difference between the economic power that kind of controls things at the super class. I don't know, 99%. Seems like we have a lot of strength in numbers, as everybody points out, the great philosophers. But I'm not going to quote anything. I'm just going to try to point out a solution, maybe something to feed on, because I don't know if I have any answers to any of the problems. But I know one way I looked at it, I had this light vision of seeing the places and reservations where I had a chance and opportunity to walk and see the land and understand that these people really don't have the motivation or incentive other than what their own hearts or passions desire. And what the economic struggle's done, what it's allowed me to see is a vision where there's a great multitude of people coming together to plant and harvest a government property that's subsidized already, and somehow they reinitiate these subsidies to benefit the people so that the farming growth comes back to them, and they somehow set up a database that establishes the price funding per cost per head per person's household, and they measure their economic health and well-being as it becomes measurable, and they support that data against the commerce and the national government, and hold it to a people's statute, and try to build off of that, because it's the basic platform of what you can probably show numbers at some kind of data analysis, and that's just a projection of some light vision. And I told a reservation, an elder of mine that I know who has land, and that if his family, could do with all these people on it, but of course they would have the grievance of having American people setting foot on their own land. It sounds kind of odd, but they have like a military control already on the reservations, which establishes their people's well-being or their instability. It's kind of a control thing again, but in a smaller fashion. But the laws are different. But if the people change the world, and in essence of almost changing laws every day, they're doing it. They're trying to substantiate new laws to govern the old laws, because they so-called fucked up the mess and made it a bigger mess. So a solution to the problem is what we're all trying to find. So, occupying the land, growing it, harvesting it, not just for wealth and cannabis and medical medicinal uses for the medicines that we need, but for all the food that we need. Because once we start offsetting it in small data, we can